Hello, everybody, and welcome to a HustleNHoops special. Today, we're going to be reacting to the Pistons season opener against the Orlando Magic. Yep, game reactions. We're doing that over here. So, let's just jump right into it. Detroit versus Orlando. Season opener. Cade starts off with nice penetration. Ivy cuts. Beautiful play. We get our first basket. We get our first couple of baskets. Awesome, nice penetration. Some nice stew post-ups. It's beautiful. Jalen Duren, absolute dog. Comes in and just, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. He, first of all, is the youngest Piston now to record a double-double. So shouts out Jalen Duren. Jaden Ivey has now put himself in the fourth most points for a debut for a Pistons player with 19 points. Beautiful. But looking at my game notes, kind of all over the place, so let's just try to jump into it a little bit. Cade had 2 early fouls. Never really liked to see that. That's something that we tried to work on or later in the season last year, and unfortunately, it seems to be something that possibly could be an issue still. Now, the offense looks super stagnant without Cade and Ivy on the floor. You add Bojan to that, it looks a lot better too, but specifically without Cade and Ivy on the floor, the offense looks extremely stagnant. Now, you went 0 for 8 from 3 in the first quarter. That's absolutely terrible, absolutely awful. You shot 32% from field goal percentage. Absolutely terrible, absolutely awful. There was way too much Kevin Knox in the first quarter. I think you have to depend on your starters a little bit harder, trust your starters a little bit harder. And also, you know, some of these things will change. Obviously, Isaiah Livers going back in will change that. Alec Burks coming in will change that. Nerlens Noel will change some of this. But still too much Kevin Knox in the first quarter. Killian pushing the pace for a little bit off the stop. Absolutely love to see that. It's going to be something big for this bench unit, is getting stops and pushing the pace off the stop. Team rebounding is also going to be a big thing for this bench unit, especially when you have that, you know, small guard lineup of like Killian, Kojo, Hami, somebody, and Jalen Duren. And that's just like not a good rebounding team. You need to work as a squad and crash the glass rather than run the floor with that squad. Kojo with a couple threes to help us with that zone issue. We were really struggling early on against the zone, against Orlando's zone, and then Kojo just kind of came in and opened that up simply just by getting some lucky threes. Jalen Duren, again, is a grown fucking man. It was extremely exciting to watch that man play in the regular season and get this much run. But again, if this team can get stops, specifically this bench unit, if we can get stops, we're okay. You know, if Killian can kind of be that point of attack defender and Jalen Duren continues to be in such an interior presence, then this team should be able to get the stops required to run. And that's what we need to do. Cade showed us that he could attack a little bit slower in order to draw the contact, which is definitely something beautiful to see. It's Okiki, by the way. I'm pretty sure, not Okeke. I'm fine with Sadiq post-ups as long as it's what it was most of this game, which was just, you know, some pull-up middies, things like that, rather than the 1-2 dribble hezzy pull-up or hezzy drive that sometimes just turns into like a turnover, which is, you know, fine. You need to develop that level of your game, Sadiq, but we definitely like seeing the pull-up middies through the post-up rather than the drive. By the 143 mark of the third, we brought the field goal percentage up to 48%, so really nice to see. We got more Cade post-ups. Bojan Bogdanovic is Jesus, came in and just lit it up for us from 3. No one was able to shoot until Kojo and Bojan started hitting, and there was a nice little moment where Kill blocks Bull, and then Bull blocks Kill. So, you know, fun things, and then Kill steals the ball from, I don't remember who, but then he gets absolutely packed by Banchero. But I like to see him continue that aggression. It's nice. It's definitely nice to see him show that aggression. Now, by the 10-minute mark in the fourth, the turnover ratio was 17-10, Detroit leading. This is something that we really struggled with last year. So it's nice to see that by the end of the game, we're at 12 turnovers. That is an extremely, extremely high level of basketball being played. Paolo Banchero baptized Kojo. Jalen Duren is an absolute man again. Seeing him catch that lob from Killian casually on dead ball was just beautiful. The lineup of Kojo, Jaden Ivey, Cade, Bojan Bogdanovic, and Jalen Duren is not going to work. I'm not a fan of that. You can't have 3 guards on the floor. Nah, I'm not that type of guy. I am not that type of guy. The question would be, who is the 5th guy? I understand that right now with some of the injuries, with some of the issues you have in the lineups, it's a little bit more difficult to fit in where it's most needed. And I think, obviously a guy like Isaiah Livers fits really well in that lineup. But I think this is where you try an Isaiah Stewart at the 4 type of situation. And that would be very exciting. Now, one thing that I noticed is Cade really needs to work on staying on his man on down screens, specifically at the top of the key. It's just something that I noticed last year and was hoping would kind of be cleaned up this season. And hopefully it's just one game, but hopefully this will be something that doesn't continue, as those above the break threes are definitely a high percentage area. Now, like I said, we got 2 record breakers tonight, Jalen Duren, Jaden Ivey, and we also got just one of the most beautiful moments for a season opener. I mean, come on. Who expected that we would be sitting here saying, yes, we just won the season opener on a damn near game winner from Isaiah Stewart from 3. And the call was amazing. The call was great. Cade has to be the guy with the ball in his hands, but you don't know who's going to take that last shot, because that's the unpredictability that gets you the win, that gets you that point. And to take it inside, use Cade's advantages, and to end it with a beef stew 3 cash. It's going to be a very, very fun season for Detroit Pistons fans. Now, in general, from this game, my takeaways aren't anything serious. I'm not super happy with the amount of Kojo we're seeing, but I'm sure that has a lot to do with injuries and early season stuff. But outside of that, with the lineups, I'm not super, I'm not bothered. I'm really not bothered. We won the rebound battle, or we lost the rebound battle by 7. But that's, nothing crazy. We put up 31 assists, which is very nice for a young team. You had Cade with 8, you had Ivy with 3 or 4. Kill has his, Bojan will have some. You'll have Jalen Duren some nights who will have some. Kojo will have some. It's just a very, very exciting, talented team that has a very high level of basketball knowledge. So I really wouldn't be surprised if we're averaging anywhere from 26 to 30 assists per game throughout the season. Now, shooting 37% from 3, I don't know if that's going to happen again. I don't know how consistently we're going to be able to shoot above league average from 3 as a team. We were really shitty last year from 3, and I would not be surprised if we were just as bad this season, with small improvements with Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks. Who knows? Who really knows? But this was a really, really fun game. I'm really, really happy that I was able to, sit down and actually enjoy it. I hope you guys were too, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Just let me know what you guys think, and peace.